Imagine a world where your healthcare isn't about the hardware you wear, but the invisible brain that controls it. This is the 2026 Global Diabetes Strategy. Forget what you knew about blood sugar tests. We are now witnessing the algorithm shift. The hardware is becoming a commodity. It's like the smartphone in your pocket. The real money? It's in the operating system. Today, we're looking at who's winning the battle for the decision engine of the human body. Let's get straight to the point. The industry used to be about detecting, finding out if you're sick. Now, it's about autonomous delivery, fixing it while you sleep. The big players are ditching old-school medical equipment channels for the high-margin world of pharmacies. Think of it as moving from selling bulky landline phones to selling app subscriptions. Insulet is moving fast, but Abbott is using its massive war chest, we're talking billions, to drown everyone else in sheer scale. Business is booming, right? Insulet's revenue is up by over 30%. That's like a rocket ship. Abbott is also doing great. On paper, it looks like a gold rush. But behind these numbers, there's a brutal channel war happening. Every brand is fighting to be the one your pharmacist recommends first. The revenue is there, but the price of winning is getting steeper every day. Here's the catch. To get those shiny revenue numbers, these companies are paying massive, quote, entry fees to pharmacy managers. It's like paying for a prime spot in a supermarket. Insulet and Tandem are spending nearly half of every dollar they earn just on sales and administration. They're running a race where the track is made of money and the surface is getting slippery. Now look at the zombie in the room. This company, Embecta, looks solid from the outside, but their pocket has a hole the size of a crater, specifically a $651 million hole. They've basically run out of house money. While others are building robots, Embecta is retreating. When a medical tech company stops innovating and starts losing its shirt, it's a signal that the hardware-only era is officially dead. We are at a turning point. We've moved from pumps, which are just fancy syringes, to decision engines. Winning in 2026 isn't about having the best plastic. It's about having the best brain that tells the plastic what to do. If you don't own the logic, you're just a delivery guy. Who's got the biggest moat to keep competitors away? Insulet is sitting pretty because they've integrated their brain directly into their hardware. Abbott? They have so much scale they could buy every person in New York a Tesla and still have change. Tandem is trying to be the open source guy, but that's a expensive hill to die on when you're burning cash. Insulet has a 71% profit margin. 71%. In most industries, that's illegal, or a typo. They've done something brilliant. They've turned a medical algorithm into a disposable subscription. Every 3 days, you throw away a pod and buy a new one. They're not selling a pump, they're selling a 3-day life subscription. The sensors are the eyes of the system. Dexcom is still the gold standard for accuracy, but Abbott is going for the wellness crowd. People who don't even have diabetes but want to biohack their bodies. It's the difference between a high-end medical monitor and an Apple Watch. Both have their place, but Abbott is casting a much wider net. It's Apple versus Android. Tandem says, use any sensor you want, we're open. Tandem Mobi is like the Swiss Army knife. Insulet says, stay in our walled garden, it's safer. Right now, the walled garden is winning, because patients hate setting up 5 different apps just to stay alive. Forget buying a $5,000 pump. We are now in the Netflix of insulin era. $0 down, pay as you go. It's easier to get patients started, but it means the company only makes money if you stay. If your app is glitchy, they cancel the subscription. This puts immense pressure on the software teams. Wall Street was terrified that weight loss drugs like Ozempic would kill the diabetes market. They were wrong. People on GLP-1s are actually buying more sensors because they want to see the drug working in real time. It's not a competitor, it's a companion. The bubble didn't burst, it just changed color. Let's do a reality check. Tandem's IOU list, accounts receivable, grew way faster than their actual sales. That's a red flag waving in your face. It's like a store claiming record sales, but everyone is paying on credit. Plus, the government is looking to reset prices in 2028. The easy money days are numbered. The battle is global. You can't just win in the US anymore. These companies are building factories in Malaysia and Ireland to dodge trade wars and lower costs. In China, it's a quote volume for price game. If you can't manufacture at scale in Asia, you can't compete globally in 2026. What's next? By 2027, we reach the holy grail full closed loop. No more counting carbs. The machine does it all. But beware 2028, that's when the government resets the price list. You want to be holding the companies that have their costs under control by then. Ultimately, it comes down to 2 things. Can you make it cheap, Abbott? Or can you make it sticky, Insulet? If you have both, you're a god. If you have neither, you're Embecta. Look at the nerd stats. Tandem is spending nearly 20% of their money just on R&D. They are sprinting to stay relevant. Embecta is spending 3.5%. That's not efficiency. That's a company that has given up on the future. They are essentially a bank collecting interest on old technology until it disappears. The big prize is the 25 million people with type 2 diabetes. Most of them don't use a pump yet. That's the untapped frontier. The first company to make a pump so simple a grandparent can use it without a manual wins the next decade. But let's be real for a second. If one of these decision engines has a major bug, if the algorithm gets it wrong, it's not a blue screen of death. It's a real death. One major recall could wipe out half the market value of these companies overnight. This is high-stakes tech. So here's the HDIN verdict. Insulet and Abbott are the winners. They have the math and the machines. Dexcom and Tandem are the survivors. Fighting hard, but the air is getting thin. And the zombies? We'd stay far away from those who have negative lunch money. By 2030, diabetes won't be something you manage. It will be something that happens in the background, like your phone's Wi-Fi. It becomes invisible. We are building the infrastructure for a world where biology and code are one and the same. The market is moving fast. If you need a deeper dive into these numbers or a customized audit of your portfolio, reach out to us at HDIN Research. We find the holes in the pockets so you don't have to. Thanks for watching, and stay sharp.